Hello, I'm David Chester with 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz. This week, get everything you need to know in 90 seconds at 9 o'clock with news the restarting American economy is driving some economic expansion worldwide. In China, they're exporting more to the US and making their trade surplus higher. July exports to their bitter rival were up more than 12% year on year. Shipping is in demand and a surge is boosting freight rates. US West Coast ports report their busiest month of imports for 2020 in July. Punitive tariffs seem to be having little impact on this flow, other than taxing Americans. And consumer finance is rising fast in China, even it is from a low base. Customer numbers are up more than 50% in the 2019 year. There's now a $110 billion sector, and the surge is continuing into 2020. At the Three Gorges Dam, record high water levels are now receding somewhat as the peak passes. It's the fifth major test of 2020 at this strategically important piece of infrastructure. In Australia, retail sales rose at a 3.3 month-on-month pace in July, up 12% with a bounceback effect, with household goods sales up 30% from a year ago. And this was despite data from Victoria declining in their lockdown. And an inability to pay the rent on time has seen landlord Westfield move in and board up 129 stores run by Mosaic brands in Australia. Landlords are getting as desperate as tenants there. In the US, rehiring laid-off workers is a trend that will bolster demand for the rest of 2020, but a quarter of the 22 million people laid off are unlikely to find employment soon. That's more than 5 million people, and surveys suggest at least 2 million of them will never get re-employed. In fact, survey data shows workers are increasingly pessimistic that they'll return to their same job. That is an expansion of a disappointed and frustrated underclass. The US Treasury 10-year yield will start the week at under 0.64%, and we should also note that the New Zealand swap rates ended the week in record low territory across the curve. In fact, the 2-year fell 5 basis points over the week, the 5-year fell 8 basis points, and the 10-year fell 11 basis points in a major flattening move. And it's all been triggered by the RBNZ's MPS signals and banks getting their collective heads around what the potential for a negative interest rate means. The price of gold has stayed low, but it's up $3 since we last checked to $1,943 an ounce. Oil prices have stayed soft. They're still just over $42 a barrel in the US, and the international price is just on $44 a barrel. And the Kiwi dollar will start the week unchanged at 65.4 US cents, which is at the lower end of the 2-week range of plus or minus 30 basis points. Against the Australian dollar, we're unchanged too at 91.3 Australian cents, and against the euro, the story is similar at 55.4 euro cents. That means our trade weight index is still at 68.6, where it was about a week ago. I'm David Chaston. That was 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz.